Hello, good morning, and thank you again. Thank you for listening. I realized that some of the energy of my Sunday talks are not, it's not flowing and ebbing in a wonderful way. So I had asked someone, and the message that I received was that if there could be an energy exchange for these. So what I mean by that is like sending a token, or if you find it really helps, donate to your local, whatever monetary amount to your local animal shelter, or if you are an or whatever shelter, whatever donation, like if you like, there's a women's place, there's the food bank, or the like the local animal shelters. It would be greatly appreciated. Plus, you receive the energy in such a way that will create a greater experience from it. So thank you again. And also, therefore, it so what you put out in the universe comes back to you. And so what today I wanted to talk about is, well, I have created a new page called Illuminating the Brilliance of You, but because of the new Facebook bylaws, I can't live stream on it because it's you have to have 100 likes, and it has to be 3 months old. So therefore, you're going to see some short mini likes about spinal flow and access consciousness, just explanations of it and stuff like that. So this week I was very fortunate to have access consciousness done on me as an exchange, and spinal flow. And what I found was I had this dot on my face that appeared after Mexico, and I couldn't remove it and stuff like that. I should have thought of this, but lesson learned. Now it's gone. So it was a white, I just don't know. Anyways, it was a white raised dot. I didn't know what it was, and it's disappeared. It's gone from my face. And I used aloe vera. I used my silver water, silver gel, everything, and nothing was taking it away. So this is really interesting how my body healed itself. And so therefore, it's just a wonderful, amazing experience. And I'm so thankful for the exchanges that were done for that. And yes, so today what I wanted to talk about, there's been some really craziness going on in the world and the media and stuff like that. And I just want to remind you of just keep moving forward in your life. Do not allow outside influences to impede or impede you from doing what you want to do. Like with what I mean by that is just harmonizing, like just stay within your own energy and your own power, regardless of what's going on around you. And it takes time. It's an exercise. It's some of you, if you can do it instantly, be thankful and grateful for that. Because believe me, I didn't realize how ungrounded I was and how much I absorb other people's energies because of who I am. And so it's become a journey to keep myself on path. And it's like I work on myself every day, and I think I'm very thankful and grateful I get to do this. But also there's sometimes, like there was a situation that occurred this week that's very sad, and that, again, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I had to understand that I don't it's not my place and it's not my job. Like I offered, but it was not accepted. And it's not my place and not my job to try and get them to see that they're like, I'm trying to do that. For example, there was a situation that occurred and it's a lot of trauma, and I offered to do spinal flow on them, and even offered to drive to see them, but they're not in a place and they're not in a time for it. And I honor that completely. And I understand that I went to that place again of, how wonderful and amazing. Like there's all these gifts and tools. Why suffer? But people sometimes have programs in themselves that's all they identify and know, because it's been a constant onslaught. So what I would like to do is remove and release all the parts of yourself that have, interesting, AI's popped up. Okay, that has put yourself in a repeating cycle of the pain, misery, trauma, sadness, or in cycles that you're not even aware of that are attached to other people's energies that are not in your highest and best good. Yes. Because there's so much that's going on, and it's like, I'm so thankful and grateful. And how special do I feel being able to do these wonderful, amazing modalities and live and breathe and practice them. And it's like, even if you get only a few minutes at a time in, you're still doing it. Even if you think in your mind and say you're thankful and grateful for it, you're still doing it. And also look at the beauty and the wonder of what the world, like, there's so much beauty and wonder out there, but there's so much that are focused on the fear. And it's like you don't realize how entrenched and ingrained that is. So all the parts of you that are affected, remove and release all the parts of you and your energy that is affected by this ingraining of fear, this programming and broadcasting of it that you're not even aware of, that is holding you back, not allowing you to be the being that you are. So, or the oneness will not allow you to be your oneness. There's all versions of ourselves. There's all existence, all levels of ourselves from other dimensions, cosmic gateways. And it's like, and there's also the simultaneous living. There's books being written. There's books out there that confirm all this stuff. I just don't remember seeing them. I've heard of them. So remove and release all parts of your, like, it's almost like the universe is saying that it's your parts of your chemical, spiritual, and mental makeup has been compromised because of this onslaught, a continuous fear programming, and the vibrations and everything else that has caused you to detach from yourself, hold yourself hostage, or like shrink yourself down so that you have more. I'm just trying to think of the word. It's like you have less of yourself in the world. Yes. And a friend of mine said to me, go back to the beginning of when you started doing these in January to now. What a transformation. Like, the difference in my face is amazing. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it, because I would have never thought of that. And yeah, it's really interesting. The other aspect is we sometimes forget. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that we sometimes forget how amazing, wonderful we are because of the constant bombardment of negative, lack, and doubt and fear. So remove and release any of your cycles of growth that are tied and being compromised and infected by these programs, these mechanisms that are used. It's like there was somebody that said the other day that they had listened to channeling, and it said, nowhere's in the universe is a culture that is diminishing itself as much as the people of Earth. So all the places that you've been automatically programmed to diminish yourself, release and let go of those. Remove and release them. Times, yeah. Oh, hell yes. Remove and release from all lifetimes, from all existence, from all energy signatures. Yes. Good morning, Rose. Yeah. Yeah, it's just amazing how, and you don't even realize how ingrained it is, because it's like you meet people like that are gifted and successful in their own ways, but they're controlled and manipulated by fear because we've been bombarded with it so much. And it's like, so really think about that. Channeling is like really hit home, is like, how much do we diminish ourselves because of these bombardments of information, of vibrations, of frequencies that are out, that are detrimental to our being, our wellness, our one. Remove and release them all, and any degree and any aspect of it that you're willing to release without identification at this time. Yes. Yeah, because I witnessed a generational program go on yesterday, and it's like, oh my, like, oh my, like, there's no room for individuality. You all have to be the same way. Nah, nah, nah. That's a complete and total lie. And it's like, remove and release. This is sometimes why I was listening to another podcast of information, and it's like, this is sometimes why this is why I tend to do comfortable distancing, because wow, some of us who are totally, and they're wonderful, amazing individuals, but it's like they're totally hooked in to all the programming, and it's like, it's very draining. Like, I find it very draining. So I've been working on keeping myself grounded and closing up, like not closing down my energy, just bringing it back to a place that is more consistent. Because I tend to expand my energy out, and then it stretches out, because maybe at that time I wasn't really grounded enough. And so that's stuff that I'm working on and being aware of too, because I want to be the healthiest and most amazing aspect of myself that I can be. And this is part of, like, diminishing ourselves is also part of manifesting. I had done an energy pull for someone because they were having a hard time finding a job, and there was something going on in the morning about somebody had talked to them about her but as I completed the energy pull, it wasn't even 5 minutes, and they come in and told her she had the job, and then about 10 minutes later someone else said they had another chef for her. So how amazing is that? And like, I've had a hard time manifesting certain things for myself. I manifest all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying that I don't, but it's like, there was something of certainty that I would have liked to have manifest, and I hit a governmental roadblock. But it's like, to show you the miracle of that, like the miracle that can change something that quickly. And it's like, so remove and release. And it's not a manipulation of energy at all. It's all you're doing is putting yourself out there to make the world realize, the energies out there to know that you are there. Because I had talked to the energies that morning saying, just give her a chance. And it's like, so therefore, because she's from another country, and I think that was some of the blockages. I'm not quite sure, but some of the feedback that she was giving, it was indicated that other people's fear programs were running. And so she's smart, she's intelligent. I was really like, I'm really impressed with her. And it's like, she just wants a job. What's wrong with that, right? But there was a lot of roadblocks. So remove and release. So in the places that we really want something, what roadblocks have we put up? And the other thing too is, like, if you have Like you can accomplish it, but sometimes as soon as it gets to you, we put something up, or we are programmed to put something up so we don't receive it. So remove and release that belief that we don't deserve it, that belief that we can't have it because of society and any influence and effect society is having on us, that we can't be these wonderful, amazing people. We can't decide to travel through time. We can't, like, there's so many energetic awarenesses and energetic, like, the energy of us is so freaking amazing. But it's just like you get bombarded and pulverized. And not that I have anything against learning or teachers, anything like that, but all those small children that go through school, like as we go through school, you're influenced, programmed, and controlled, sometimes by your parents' point of views, sometimes by the television, by the government. Like some of them don't have a chance to just be them. There are a few that get to, but it's like, what if you were just in a place of love and of knowledge, and we're here to rise up and help each other as opposed to beat each other down? And it's like some of my most challenging times were through school, and it's just like, because I was so different, and it didn't matter where I was so different. So remove and release that programming that you've not only inherited, but you might have incorporated into you, that does not allow you to walk in the energy of your being, walk in the energy of your oneness. Yes. And it's like, energy work is so amazing. It lifts you to a place of joy and happiness. And oh my God, it's so amazing. It's such a gift. It's such a miracle. And like, I feel so loved. I feel so like the possibility are endless. And then we come into this reality of some people around us, whether it's family, whether it's, mates or anything like that. And it's like, they call it, this is reality. But I don't think this is reality. This is a fear reality that we're living in. What we experience in energy, when we are working with our energy and receiving energy healings, that's the reality, I believe. I believe that's what reality is. The other one's just the fear that is controlling and manipulating us to think. So it's like, you almost feel, I used to feel like I go away and take a course for the weekend, come back, I'd be, I'm so, feel so. And then I get home and then there's all this stuff I got to deal with. And it's like, many of you can understand this completely. And it's like, so what was the point? But it's like that, to know that this is an amazing, wonderful being that you can be. Why not live in it every single day? And I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to honor myself, and I'm sure you are too. And it's like, but there's still some programming that's going on that doesn't allow us to, like, one of my part-time jobs is I work with the public. And if I have found, and I had to clear that, but I had found at that time that if I raise my energy level up really high and go to work, all the computers break down. It happened last week. And it's like an onslaught of people come into the office, and you don't get a break. You don't get a chance to go, like, it's just unbelievable. And so one lady said to me, I don't know why I'm here. I just had the urge to come here. And it's like, okay. So all the places that we have to tone ourselves down doesn't mean that we've beaten ourselves down to contract and restrict ourselves, because there's a different aspect of us to allow us to be, well, the argument would be, I hear up in the field is, the argument would be, yes, you are contracting and expanding yourself. So let's remove and release that. Yes. And wouldn't it be wonderful that, like, we all have things, like we need a house, we need to live, we need all that stuff. I completely understand. But if you worked in you see some people that work in industries and they're in complete joy because that's what they wanted to do. Why can't every job be like that? Why is there so much that, like, there's somebody, I was in a store. I tend to go through the drive-through a little bit more because the exposure to people sometimes is not the best. And they were saying, like, they were really mean to the lady that was working, and she's like making minimum wage and she's doing the best she can. It's not her fault the customer's taking longer or the customer asked her a question. Like, get over yourself. And it's like the amount that, see, that's the fear. But you imagine if I walked up and said, oh, you're just, maybe take a step back and breathe and be kind. Ooh, that would have been an attack. So it's like, you can't even not at this time. So that's why I said, just follow your tap. But to witness that, and that used to set me off. But then I realized it was it's a way of them grabbing your energy. So I try not to do that anymore. And I've witnessed things, some relationships, and they have, and mine's a work in progress. Nobody's perfect. And it's like, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is. And I've witnessed how certain things, when you allow certain things to happen, it gets worse and worse and worse until it blows up into your face. And so let's remove and release. If all the relationships, just bear with me for a second, all the relationships that we have in our life that are not working, let's remove and release from the past life debt or karma that has created this belief that that's what they're here for, and that's what they're here for only. And that, because sometimes you'll have people who are programmed that have fear, but they're riding on your coattails because they know that there's another option out there, but they're so entrenched in their programming that they don't know how to get out of it. And so remove and release all that times. Yeah. Yes. And it's like, I used to want to ride across the spray paint place I work. Be kind, like before they walk into the store. I think all the grocery stores, all the Walmarts, everybody should have that spray painted across the front of their stores. Any place that there's a larger group of people that are trapped in their fear programming or trapped in whatever, that sign should be up there on front of the store, on the glass windows. Be kind, right? And it's like it. So what it just amazes me, and it's like we have so. And this is one of the traps that I realized that I had, was that, like I was talking about last week, it was so well programmed into me. But it's like, I do not believe that people can be kind when they're in large groups. Like it's like they seem to, when they get together and they're of the same mindset, it's friggin' terrifying. And it's like, remove and release that belief. And it's from past life trauma. It's from this lifetime trauma. That, like, there's a group of people that I get together with and I try to get on, but sometimes it doesn't work out. it's wonderful and amazing, and we're all growing and expanding and stuff like that. But it's not that group of people that I'm talking about. It's like the groups of people that you go out into society. And so remove and release the charges, because that's almost like that automatically shrinks you down so you become invisible, and they can't see you, right? So remove and release the belief. That's a lot of, they're saying not to do it that way. Okay. Remove and release all aspects of you that are connected, that are triggered. That's a better word. Triggered by these incidents that you've witnessed, that you've recognized and you've seen. Remove and release how it triggers you and traps you and contracts you. Yes. So just think about that if we emanate our light, we stand in power, and we be the best we possibly can be. And we all want it instantly. It takes a few baby steps to get there. But man, I enjoy the ride. And everything I clear myself and everything I lighten out, it's almost like a new level of spirituality, a new level of awareness appears. And it's like, I continue to, I trust what I hear, what I channel. And it's like, I think that's the beauty of like online, is that when you're in person with someone and they don't recognize that, or they don't remember that because they're in a state of whatever they are. Because I've done group readings before in big houses or a lot of people, and I come across people and there's might be in a place of denial what really went on, and you recognize it and you see it, and it's like, so their doubt kills the field, right? They're unrecognizing the people around them that are speaking, kills the energy. And it takes me about 3 days to recover from that. So I stopped doing them, because it's like they're standing behind you, they're telling you this, and you're saying, oh, I don't remember that. Oh, no. Because it's like people don't realize that, like they've shut some part of themselves down. And it's just the eminence, like the energy from that is very draining and tiring. So it's like Teresa Caputo is coming to the Maritimes, and her tickets are quite expensive. I don't blame her a bit, because it takes a lot of energy in a group of people to see this, to see all this energy, and you're going to have people that'll say, oh no, I don't remember, but as soon as they leave, they remember. And I think because they're in a state of trauma, can't believe. I had one lady that couldn't believe I knew all this stuff about her. And I'm like, it's not like I go onto your Facebook page. I didn't even know her name, for God's sakes. And it's not like I go on your Facebook page and read all your stuff. I'm just telling you what you feel saying. And it was really, it's really draining to my energy. But I think it was because I was ungrounded and I didn't realize it. And it's like, and it's almost like the world is so geared toward being in awe of people that can see the dead, that can, what about the people that can hear them, that can sense them, that can channel from them? Like, I'm so thankful and grateful I have those gifts as well. And it's like, they're just as important and magnificent and amazing as the rest, right? And one thing you should realize too, that when people pass on that we're very close to you, they do go up and they clear what held them back here, and then they come back into your field. Sometimes they come back when they were the happiest they ever were, and sometimes they come back as you would recognize them. And they hear you, they're talking to you, and they're with you at all times. And it's like, but they, whatever was trapping the, whatever was they decided on this on the earth that was holding them back, they clear that in the other life. And they're quite comical. They come back with the same personality. They were a heavy smoker. You're going to smell smoke. It's just really interesting. And I just wanted to, share some of that insight with people. And it's like, and there's certain things that they want you to remember, but sometimes sometimes what happens is when we're in a group, sometimes in a group of people and something goes on, we're trying to clear it, or we don't recognize it, we sometimes can spin. So spinning means that you become ungrounded. So remove and release all the places that you have become ungrounded and that have caused you to spin that you're not even aware of, that affects your being, your oneness. Yes. Just imagine if, after you have Reiki or thank you, Rose. Yes. After you have Reiki or you have I do access consciousness. There's theta sound healing. There's spinal flow. That is who you really are, those energies. And if you just imagine gathering that all up and then start just allowing it to expand to your body and release your body and expand out to the world. Just allow, touch the universe, the sky, to see the stars, to feel the energy, to draw all energy from all sources in your highest and best good, and allow that energy to be who you are. You imagine what we can accomplish and what the world would be like. This is it. This is what reality is. And I don't know if this is what they're trying to explain what 5D is, but this is what that is a fear reality that is currently on Earth. This is what we really are. Wouldn't this be wonderful to be able to live in this state like this all the time? So just think about that. Can you imagine your energy expanding and gathering up all parts of you, all existence of you, all dimensions, all cosmic gateways, all versions of yourself? Just imagine it, gathering it up and receiving all the joyful, amazing, wonderful energy and gifts of you. Just imagine. Just close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. Hold. And then release. I sometimes ask people when I'm working on them to go into their place of joy. And that could be this. This is your place of joy. This is your strength. This is who you are. This is what you're emanating out. And isn't it beautiful? That's what we need to continuously hold. And that's what we need to focus on. And that's what we need to get us through this life. Because it will come. It will come. Time is coming. The doors have been open. The possibilities are endless. Take a deep breath. Hold. And then release. This is where I've been trying to get everybody. And it's if I can help you release in any way, in any shape, I will. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy being you. Being the energy that you are. being the source of power, the source of joy, the source of amazement, manifesting abundance, all high energies. Allow it to travel through your circuits and systems, through your organs, through your DNA, RNA, and cell memory. To all aspects of you, to all versions of yourself, to all mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of you from all lifetimes, from all existence. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy. Namaste.